As someone who did watch the OG video of the DoorDash person, I need to clarify something. She did not walk into his house. She did not need to. Everyone who I've seen in the comments claiming that she walked into his house have later admitted that they didn't actually see the original video. But I did, okay? So when she filmed it, you could walk up to the door and you could see him, okay? The door was here and the couch was just here. You didn't need to walk in the house to see it. In fact, you didn't even need to be right up into the front door to see it. You saw it as you approached. That is indecent exposure. People are more focused on the term she's using as she was in a very clearly emotional state rather than what he did. Also, let's not forget, anyone could have walked past and seen that. A child could have walked past and seen that. People are so excited and so ready to not believe a victim. They'll see like one comment and they'll run with it and it becomes Chinese whispers, okay? Someone commented and said that she entered the house or something, I don't know. She didn't. You didn't need to. At all. You didn't need to enter the house to see it. You could see it from the front door.
She's also wired to play victim mostly in situations, whatever happens. They are just people. It's a mind thing. It's a mentality whereby somebody's just, the moment something happens, they are ready to play victim.
The only criminal in the DoorDash girl situation is the DoorDash girl. She was the only person who committed a crime in this entire situation. You were told to leave the food at the front door. But whenever you saw that the door was a little bit open, you opened that door fully to the point where you can see this man sleeping in his house while he was naked. And instead of, just leaving after seeing that sight, you decided it was a bright idea to whip out your phone and start recording the man sleeping while he was naked in his own home. And then post that video onto the internet. Oh my goodness. And then after you got fired from these actions, you decided it was a great idea to go and make videos talking about how you're the victim and you got essayed. Brother, you did not get essayed. This is not what essay means at all. I didn't know that essay was defined as, recording somebody sleeping while they're naked in their home. This is so far from the truth. But bravo to her. I will give her props for the acting job that she put on because this is Oscar level worthy. Holy moly, you were a top tier manipulator. She practically just manipulated the entire country to believing that she got essayed. She literally defined a new definition for the term essay, which it blows my mind that people believed her off the get-go, because whenever I started the deep dive into this, I was like, this doesn't really seem like essay, but I'll go with the flow. She seems pretty upset, and I feel bad for her if the person who ordered the food was purposely opening the door for her to be able to see him. And that sucks as a whole situation in the first place, but that wasn't the case. She put it in terms that it made her seem like she was the victim. And oh my goodness, man. This needs to stop because you are ruining it for everybody who actually is a victim. For the people who are actually, getting essayed aren't going to be taken as seriously anymore because you literally got like 7 million views and you fooled the entire internet into believing that you got essayed. You are a bad person, man, and it doesn't matter anymore because you have no job. You're broke.
DoorDash is preparing for a lawsuit. So they need you to be on their side because a civil suit only takes 50%, 51%, slight majority, right? You only need 51% to say yay or nay at a jury to a civil suit, okay? To a civil situation, right? So if somebody sues DoorDash, that's a civil situation. That's not a criminal situation. That's a civil situation, okay? That's money. That's where the money comes, right? So all DoorDash needs to do is prove that there is doubt in her story and get y'all to make the videos for them so that they can go to her lawyer and go, look at this public opinion of you. Do you really think this is going to last through a jury? How about we settle? And y'all are doing the work for them. You're working for the corporation right now. So
the DoorDash girl not only broke a law or two or three on a local basis, she broke a federal law. The Take It Down Act that was signed into law this year states that you cannot take video or pictures of somebody that is nude or in nature without their consent, which was already a state law under the Revenge Porn Act law in all 50 states. Anyway, you cannot do that, and then you cannot distribute it without consent. So to everybody that's on this chick's side that literally told her that this was a good idea, congratulations, you are now an accomplice to a federal crime. I hope probably won't go that great. But if you are not in law enforcement, do not give law enforcement advice. Okay? If you are not a cop, just because the internet tells you that it's okay to be one does not actually make you one. Because you literally told the girl to go break a federal law.
How is the crime of public lewdness different from indecent exposure? The crime of public lewdness is another offense against public sensibilities. You may be guilty of this crime if you expose your private parts while behaving in a lewd manner. In a public lewdness case, the prosecutor must show the defendant intended for the public to see them. Under the New York State law, a police officer can arrest you and file lewdness charges against you if you expose your intimate body parts in any of the following settings: in a public place, in a private place where members of the public can see you, if you are trespassing and a lawful occupant sees you. It's one thing if you engage in a lewd behavior in a public restroom. It's not difficult to show that you intended for people to see you naked in a public bathroom. However, if you were acting in a lewd manner in your private premises, the state would have a hard time convicting you of sex crimes. So, in this case, this guy was not in public, and then it says in a private place where members of the public can see you. So in his own place where the door was not even half open, did he intend, because they have to prove now, so in our case her alleging that he did essay her, she has to prove, or her lawyers have to prove that that man there was intent that her as a member of public can see her, or any other member of the public can see him. So that has to be proven in the court of law, and I'll tell you, that's going to be hard to prove, because the man was not even I don't know if I can say conscious or active. He looks like he was sleeping. And now, how do they prove that he intended that to happen? If he was beating his meat, did he intend that the person bringing his food should see that? I mean, that's going to be hard to prove. And in that case, I think she shouldn't have posted that video on TikTok. Maybe she could have engaged the employer to say, this is what I found. How do I handle this situation? I feel violated. And I'm sure maybe they could have taken steps further to see how they can handle it. Maybe they engaged the guy like they did in this case, they blocked him. But if the other guy sues, he sues her for all this. I mean,
this is a man's world! I'm the victim! Remember?
She is not the victim. She is trying to gaslight and manipulate us. You decided to film somebody in their own home. Film that person asleep with their meat out and then post it on the internet. Was that instruction on the DoorDash order? Because all you were instructed to do was drop off the food at the front door. And now you are claiming you were essayed. Now this is where it gets more worse. Or imagine if the roles were reversed and she was a man filming a woman in her house with her roast beef out. And what's more sadder is that her claiming essay, making it literally so much more worse for all the other real essay victims. And when you watch the original video, you can see that she is clearly going in for the most bestest angle possible. She wants to make sure that she gets everything on camera. If she just reported that to DoorDash, that would have been fine. But no, she posted it online for people to see. She literally got Bluetooth essayed. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Just put the fries at the door. I'm curious to hear the story from the guy that DoorDashed the food and was filmed in his own house. And we need to see that Ring camera footage. Do you support the DoorDash girl, or are you normal?
In light of the whole DoorDash girl situation, I'm surprised how many women are holding her accountable. Looking back, when I saw that video of her being like, I just lost my job! I got essayed! I was like, okay, the crime does not fit the emotion. But then I'm thinking she's in hysterics. I mean, she just got assaulted. Chances are her brain is probably trying to cope with everything. But I was definitely skeptical. But I believed it. I totally believed her. And a lot of other people did too. One of the comments was like, her husband came home and was like, yeah, I'm not working at DoorDash anymore. Like, that's someone's job. That's someone's income. And they stopped it because this girl was allegedly. But now the truth's coming out. DoorDash girl is backpedaling. DoorDash made a statement saying, yeah, you can't video people in their house and post it on the internet. The guy was like, leave the food at the door. She could have just left, all this stuff. And it sucks because real victims, real people who have been sexually assaulted are going to be taken less seriously because of people like this. This is what happens when you get too curious. Get that bag, leave it at the door, walk away. That's it. If you really felt that uncomfortable, why post it on the internet? And then after posting it on the internet, say that you got sexually assaulted when that wasn't the truth. But like I said in the beginning, in light of this situation, I'm surprised how many women are holding her accountable. I just saw like 4 or 5 videos of girls straight dogging her, bro. Which is great because in situations like these, a lot of weird guys will come up and be like, yeah, that's why I don't believe victims, because of people like it. Like, shut up.
And also in our videos, I think she's implicated herself. The problem is she's shown that to some extent this is about money. She wants money. She wants to make money off the videos about her essay. And if you look at her videos or her TikTok, she's never had videos with so much views up until this point. So somebody is able to prove that, look, the whole incentive or motivation for you to start posting somebody or talking about this, defaming somebody, or you trying to make money at the expense of somebody's being shown to the public, you are in a wrong. Why? Because you are trying to monetize off an allegation, one, and also you posting videos. Because if she just made an allegation or story time to talk about it without actually sharing the video where she talks about, oh, I got cancelled and I got blocked, or I got fired, this happened, I think that would have been okay. Where she even maybe censored certain words, that would have been okay. But the moment she posted the video and people had to go and see her videos because of the initial video, people heard about it like, oh, she posted a video exposing somebody. So, look, that's the incentive here. She wants to make money. She wants to blow up on TikTok. And now she has to pay him all the money she's made off TikTok.